sick.
Aaron Judge, what do you think? Legit?
Legit, just
Not on the juice?
no,
No?
no. I don't think so. He's chasing those sliders outside right now, and
Yeah, he's in a little
got
bit
to
of a
give
slump. Yeah, well, I
get
think
a
the
little
whole team is
discipline.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Sanchez is playing well.
Yeah, but his defense is not good.
Castro and Holiday out hurts.
Yeah, but they're going on a rehab assignment this week.
Yeah.
So they should be back next week.
Yeah,
So which is a good thing.
yeah. They
Yeah.
could go down September and do well.
You know, I tell you, with Jeter being one of the owners of the Marlins, I think he's going to help the Yankees in a big, massive trade.
Why would he do
I
that?
think their best hitter there, Stanton.
Stanton.
Yeah,
Giancarlo.
I think he's coming to New York.
Do you really?
I think Jeter's going to give him to New York.
Why would he give
with
him
about
to
3 or
him?
4 players? You're going to see that deal within the next month.
Why would he give him to him? You mean Jeter knows the organization well enough that he knows good prospects he can get for them, or is he just because he's a Yankee and bleeding Yankee,
Well, you know,
purple, whatever the hell you
Well,
call it?
you know, it doesn't matter, where Jeter is. Well, obviously.
Oh,
he
yeah, he owns
some,
another
but you know
team,
what,
he's
but
gonna
right
do
here,
anything for the Yankees.
his heart is still a Yankee.
Oh, it is.
I'm walking
Well,
out of
I'm telling you, his heart is always still a Yankee. I don't care what anybody tells me.
It is, and he,
Look, geez,
he'll,
now you too.
he'll get into the Marlins.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
I really think that deal is going to be in the making.
Yeah,
Right before the end of September, I think.
yeah.
And-
It could very well be.
Yeah, I mean, he give up. Was it that center fielder there that just came off the DL?
Hicks.
Yeah, Hicks, and there was like 2 or 3 other players that they were mentioning today in the paper. Said it could happen. Don't underestimate, the Yankees and the Marlins wheeling and dealing.
They're already talking
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah.
And the deal hasn't even been
Yeah,
finalized
that's
as
right.
far as
Yeah,
ownership.
Yeah, yeah,
Boy, they're jumping the gun.
yeah.
The Mr. Baseball Show. I am John Weeks, also known as Mr. Baseball, and along with my perennial guest, Mr. John Hopwood, we're going to throw you some curveballs today. Trade market.
I'm wearing this hat because, as you noticed, Joel Elber on an earlier edition of the Mr. Baseball Show predicted that Derek Jeter was going to send Stanton to the New York Yankees. And I walked out saying it was just a bunch of, crap. So now I'm wearing a hat because I'm expecting more crap to come down. In about 5 minutes, my friend Tom Massengale, a great Yankees fan who I was at Boston University with, it was it October 2nd, 1978? He got a ticket to the game 163. Well, I had to watch it listen to a radio on the 13th floor of the Warren Towers.
Uh-huh.
And I can only see right field in Fenway. Because, it's right.
Right.
DU is right there. I can see Lou Pinella. That's all I could see, and I'm listening.
I saw it in L.A. on the TV.
I was humiliated. I know that he's going to call in. Joel predicted that Jeter would send Stanton to the New York. I thought it was so much BS. Oh, incidentally, when I was doing the file for the Mr. Baseball Show, I put Mr. BS, and I realized, hey, jeez, I attacked Stanton viciously in the last show, but like I told Tom, I think actually a guy with that talent should be showcased, like in New York. I'll take off my hat till Tom calls. But he should be showcased in a place like New York. But we wouldn't have a show if I'm here.
Right. But getting back to Stanton, in all fairness, he was offered to the Cardinals and the Giants, and he turned them down.
Oh, he wanted to go to New York.
Yeah.
So he's not going to have the problems like David Price coming to Boston. Great pitcher
Right.
that had some problems. And they're treating him like,
Yeah.
the New York and the Boston press. Look with John Farrell just before he's fired. He's a bum. He's no good. Oh, he just won a World Series. He backed into it. Kind of like the stuff you say about Casey Stanton.
Yeah, I did a little research.
You
Oh,
did.
Joe McCarthy and Mr. Stengel
Both Hall of
had
Famers?
approximately 15 Hall of Famers playing for them. And Casey did get DiMaggio and Berra,
And then he got Mickey Mantle.
Mantle and Ford. So
Had Roger Maris.
guess
for
what? How many?
a year.
Guess how many Girardi had?
One.
One potential.
Well, A-Rod is.
He should be, but
I don't know if he should be, but geez, even without steroids,
Hall of Fame.
that guy would have hit 500
Yeah.
some odd dingers.
and Bernie Williams and Paul O'Neill a borderline.
No, in a broad Hall of Fame.
Jeter's a
Yeah, you're
one.
right. In a broad Hall of Fame, which I think we actually should have. A broader Hall of Fame.
I agree.
It's ridiculous to keep
Guys like
people,
Trammell.
Tommy John and Jim Cat.
I
They
know.
won 283, 285.
You're right.
I forgot.
I mean,
all
that's
the
like
names.
being a 350 game winner today.
Oh, Kirsten, can we go more to a two-shot? I think I'm getting vertigo from all the cutting between. We're cutting between me and Mr. Baseball. Mr. Baseball, it's hit. Look at that handsome face.
No, it's
Full head of hair, unlike the perennial guest. Huh? I wanted to recall the show, my segment when we do baseball, seam heads, because baseball has seams and football and everything, so we could have more people on. But oh man, Hey, can we try another background? No, there we go. How do you like that? See the seams.
oh yeah, the seams.
Let's try that one for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we could have Joel Elber on and Mike Doyle, people like that. You.
Love to have it. Yeah.
See, notice, folks, this is called a rhetorical strategy, so I don't have to lose the argument with them.
Oh.
Girardi had Johnny Damon. Was Johnny Damon on the 2009 World
Yes,
Series?
he was.
There's a guy that another couple years,
Oh, he was so close
2,700 hits.
to. Yeah, 27 high.
When I first had you on the show, we talked about Vada Pinson, who had like almost 2,800 hits.
Yeah.
He had more hits than Ted Williams. But,
Ted missed
lost.
5 years.
Everybody says that. Even a casual fan. Well, he went to 2 wars, but I know we're talking about Vada Pinson, who debuted what, mid 50s, early 50s.
Early 60s, I want to say.
Or Tony Oliva. Jesus, what a
Could have been late 50s because he was in the 61 series with Frank Robinson.
the Reds, the pre
Little Red
the
Machine.
Little Red. Oh yeah, Billy Barton wasn't on that team. I think he was on the 60 Reds.
Billy
wasn't-
Barton.
Billy Martin was on the Reds.
Oh, Billy Martin. I thought he said Billy Bart.
Bill,
Okay.
Isn't Billy Bart the midget?
Yes.
Well, I have some problems.
I knew him very well, actually.
You knew Billy Bart?
Billy Barton, he could play the piano, let me tell you.
You need to come on the radio show. Matt Connaughton, he knows nothing about baseball.
And listening to you yesterday, I know nothing about politics in
We're
your.
talking about the law.
Yeah, it was interesting. Good show. You do
That's
well.
what that was. Matt Connaughton Unleashed in the afternoon. We had Steve Cohn, who's the number one whistleblower attorney in the entire country, and he called in, and we had Glenn Ouellette. See, we think Glenn is an eccentric because that's the way he's portrayed. People portray him that way.
Yeah.
But he was there. He must be like the number one whistleblower in Manchester.
Could possibly be. Yeah.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it was.
And this when Joyce Craig opens the books at City Hall on January 2nd, my God. But,
Is that when she takes office? The second?
yeah, she gets inaugurated at the 2nd.
on the second. Huh?
And but basically, I guess bankrupt. There's no money. It's
Oh, really?
Yeah. But she's going to change Manchester. All the people that are waiting, the companies and stuff. Oracle decided to stay. They bought Din.
Right.
And they decided to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they're not going to put Ted Gats's down, but she's of a new generation, you know?
Yeah, and he's lame duck right now.
You know, because people will say, I remember that, well, we shouldn't really talk about, we'll talk about baseball.
Yeah. So,
That's for my show. But tonight on my show, we're going to have Dr. Kevin, the psychic. So.
you're doing
Yeah.
a psychic show.
Hi, Tom. Is that you?
It is.
We were talking, we're going to have a psychic on my show tonight. Maybe he can make some baseball predictions. Like, we had Joel Elber was on a Mr. Baseball segment, and he predicted that Jeter would send Stanton to the New York Yankees. And I said he was full of malarkey. And I got up and walked out, didn't I, Mr. Baseball?
You did.
And I think Tom's...
And look what happened.
Tom has heard the rumor that on the monument in the Yankee Stadium to Jeter, they got a guy with a hammer and a chisel, and they're putting Mr. December.
Well,
You guys talk about the trade. I'm going to put my hat on.
should have been Mr. November, but
I'm going to put my hat on. You guys, Tom, what do you think about the Stanton trade?
Wait till you see what we get from the Dodgers for him next year.
Oh, jeez.
you
Go.
think he's
that's
going to
so
the
true.
Dodgers next year?
No.
Yeah, well, I don't think we need two right fielders.
Well, we don't, but
Who is the right
I mean, it's
fielder?
great.
problem.
Talk to the
got him
audience. Who are we
for a
talking
song.
about?
We're
It's
talking about
great,
Judge
But
and Stanton.
he's not really what we needed.
No, we need some pitching and a good third baseman.
Yeah, but we
Right.
don't know how Judge is in his sophomore year.
Yeah.
Remember, there was traditionally before the great Peds era, there was always like a sophomore jinx.
Right.
I think Freddie Lynn. It might have been he had that great MVP season, 331, 105 RBI, about 22.
His rookie year.
His rookie year was the first one to MVP and
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year. It's only been done, I think, another time.
Ichiro did it.
And I think either the next year or by 1977 he hit 260, and then he came back.
So,
Judge might have a sophomore
Jinx.
jinx, and so you'll have Stanton's bat there too.
Yeah.
so are you, John? Are you predicting the Judge is going to have a sophomore slump?
Well, he's
No.
had the problem with his shoulder, and I have bursitis, but I'm 58 years old.
I don't foresee it.
It's going to be just fine.
He's going to have Stanton or Bird behind him. There's going to be a murderer's row this year.
If they're healthy.
Let's not forget Sanchez.
No,
Sanchez.
He's part of the He's part of the murderer's row.
You need to put somebody in left field, and either Sanchez, and you can put Judge in left. You know, right field is a skill position.
It
Like
is.
center, because you're working with the center fielder. You know, you put your lug out in left field or first base.
Yeah, I see.
Right. I don't think it's right to take right field away from Aaron Judge.
Yeah, but see, you made that mistake with Jeter. Jeter should have gone to third, and A-Rod, who was a much better shortstop.
Judge is great and right.
He is.
You
And
don't want to mess with the Judge's chamber.
no,
Oh, that's nonsense. A right fielder. You're not talking about a center fielder.
but that's true.
But if he's a better fielder, Stanton goes to left.
yeah, they're comparable. They say. I don't know much about Stanton's
Look at Carl
fielding.
Carl Yastrzemski could have played right, and when he was younger, he might have been able to play center. But he left field at Fenway.
Oh, he was
but
great.
he won 7 Gold Gloves.
Oh, he
Wasn't
was great.
Clemente left fielder?
Right fielder.
No, he was the right fielder with that. No.
Yeah,
Hey, you had Reggie Jackson in right for a while.
yeah, that's true.
We had Dave Winfield in right.
Yeah,
Oh well, Dave Winfield could have played any position.
Dude,
in field.
right field is a Yankee tradition. And I'll let Mr. Baseball explain to you where they came up with the term out in left field.
well,
They're-
you're talking about when Yankee Stadium was huge, and it was Death Valley out toward center.
And who were the left fielders with the Yankees?
Oh, many of them. Bob Musial, excuse me.
No, but the idea is if you were going to be in the bleachers, you wanted to be out behind Babe Ruth.
Babe
If
Ruth
you
was a
were
right
anywhere else,
fielder.
you were out in left field.
Oh, I get the
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's right.
expression. Yeah,
And that's where the term came from.
I'll be darned.
No, we always, when we talk about fielders, we usually talk about center fielders. We're talking about DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, and we talk about Mays. Who was
Snyder.
Duke Snyder was a center fielder.
Yeah.
So they had three of the greatest center fielders at the exact same time in New York.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mays and Mantle actually came up together in '51. Not together, but the same year.
Barry Bonds played left, and he was a hell of a fielder.
Very good fielder.
Ricky Henderson, who was Ricky.
Yeah. He was good at everything.
Oh, remember when Ricky was on the Yankees? He had all these tremendous statistics, but they got exactly nowhere.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I just want to do something. Kirsten, can you take a shot of Mr. Baseball and zoom in on his shirt over at that logo? Because I think that's the best team I ever saw in my life. Tom, he's wearing a shirt, New York Yankees, 1998 World Champions. Now, that's the best team I ever saw live.
Yeah.
Me and Pete Huller, we went to a 4-game series. 'Cause you know what? He's from New York, and the Yankees, and a Mets fan, which I chide him. And 3 of those games, they came back in the 9th inning to win.
Yeah.
It was tremendous. I've never seen a team like that.
They were
It was
125
a
and 50
year.
for the year,
Yeah.
counting playoffs and World Series.
But Joe Torre's a bum, and Casey Stengel.
Joe had his little.
Here's a guy,
Good
Mr.
run.
Baseball, Tom. Can't stand Casey Stengel because he lost the 60 World Series to the Pirates in 7 games. And I have to deal with people like Popeye, you know?
Yeah, but
Right.
Popeye being Don Zimmer. Hey, I got to take a call. Why don't
Hey,
you
we
zoom
took
in on
care of
Mr.
Popeye.
Baseball? I'll be right back.
so is Doug's your name?
No, it's Tom.
Tom, sorry. Tom,
He just leaves his desk.
excuse me?
He just leaves his desk.
Yeah, he's taking a phone call. So
Hey.
it's you and I, my friend.
I
So-
never saw Oprah do that.
No, I've never seen Oprah do it either. Can't think of anybody on TV that I have seen. At any
I
rate,
gotta say,
go
I
ahead.
enjoyed '96 a lot,
Yeah. So,
and I especially enjoyed '78 because I was in Boston in '78.
oh, I loved that. I was in L.A.
Hmm.
because I loved it because not only in '78 did we beat Torres, who had defected from the Yankees to the Red Sox, but the Yankees, played the Dodgers, and I was living in L.A., so I had a lot of fun. It was
Yeah,
nice.
it was a lot of fun.
It was nice to beat them 77, 78. But
Mhm.
the 78,
Right, it's been a long time, so
yeah. I just won a bet from guy. He wanted to go 500, but I just said, let's go for a drink. But he said the final score of that 78 playoff game was 3-2, and I said, no, it wasn't. It was 2-0 Boston. Dent hit the 3-run homer to put the Yanks up 3-2. Then, in that same inning, Mickey Rivers got on, and Thurman Munson, who had struck out 3 straight times against Torres, Torres was lifting. They brought in Dick Drago, and Munson doubled Rivers home. Then in the 9th inning, Jackson hit a home run, so it was 5-2. The Red Sox scored 2 more in the bottom of the 9th, hanging on, and of course, Yaz, the last batter, and Nettles making the catch. So that was a great year, and the
great
final
year.
score was
The
5.
Boston Massacre leading up to that was amazing as well.
Yes, it was. And 78, the Yankees were down 14 games in August and came back.
I wanted to say 17 and a half at one point in August.
Could very well be. Reminds me of the 51 Giants. They were 16, 17 down, and they came back to actually tie it on the last day of the season. And they had the 2 out of 3 playoff, which the Giants won, and the famous home run. Heard round the world, Bobby Thompson off Ralph Branca. So, interesting baseball back then. I still love the 50s. I remember, so much. All the World Series were great. And it was just a lot of fun as a kid.
I got to say, as a Yankee fan, I really enjoyed this season.
Yes, it was a good
It
season.
was fantastic,
Yeah,
and I love this team.
yeah. And I hated to see Girardi go, but let's see what Boone.
But well, we'll be all right. Booney will be great.
Yeah, Boone will do well, and watch this kid Bird. Watch him this year.
Right,
He is going to be something else if he stays healthy. That's
right. I agree.
yeah, and
Yeah,
so,
it's going to be obscene how we hit. But I mean, the thing with 2017 was we not only were we not overloaded, nobody thought we had a chance.
right,
And those kids had such heart. And to see a guy like Aaron Judge who always says the right thing, always does the right thing, and he's sincere in it.
yes, he is.
You don't see a lot of ball players like that.
No, good gravy.
And
No.
keeping his head like that in New York as a rookie.
Yeah, it's nice to see a humble guy, a good ball player, being humble.
Right,
It could have gone to his head, but it didn't. So
right. And then during the slump, it also could have gotten ugly, and it didn't.
yes, right. But core 4 next
For
season,
baseball?
the core 4 for the Yankees next
Uh-oh.
season will be Sanchez, Bird, not necessarily in that order, Judge and Stanton. You've got 4 guys that can really hit the ball hard. And
Yeah, right.
yeah, Sanchez probably the best contact hitter of the 4. Maybe Bird, I don't know. But Judge and Stanton, they'll have their strikeouts, but they'll have their long balls also, home runs.
I think Sanchez will hit over 40 this year.
Yes, he could have. Well, yeah, he missed over a month. Bird came
Right.
up. Bird got off the DL and hit 9 out in the last month.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
Yes,
But
and
I'd like to see a larger sample rate from Bird.
larger what?
A larger sample.
Oh yes, yeah, that would be nice. And
I mean, we've seen guys come up and hit a whole bunch. But Kevin Moss, I will never forget.
oh, I can't forget him either. Spencer was another one.
But not that I think Bird is another Kevin Moss, but I just want to see him do it over a year.
Yeah. And I hope we get that this year. That'd be really very interesting.
Yep.
And
Oh, it's
here
gonna be
comes
great.
Mr. Hopwood.
Yes, I'm about to put my hat on again because I was listening outside to all this BS on the Mr. BS show.
Oh,
40 home runs. Yeah, I guess you're going to have Orlando, the clubhouse boy, who's 92. Shoot him up and put him out there, and he'll probably, as a cleanup hitter, and he'll hit about 50 dingers, right?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Brady
Oh, come on.
Anderson did it.
yeah. No, he wasn't on
Jim
Peds.
Rice never hit 50. Frank Robinson never hit 50.
No.
Frank Howard never hit 50. Harmon Killebrew never hit 50.
They
You
hit
and I-
49.
And you know who
You and I could go out there and hit 50.
Hosmer.
Excuse me? We got about 5
You know who
minutes.
you know who will never hit 50 in Boston? Hosmer.
Hosmer? No,
Yep.
I
He ain't
agree
coming
with
to
you.
Boston.
They just re-signed what's his name yesterday, the first baseman there.
Right.
You never can tell.
2-year contract.
If
Now,
you,
what about JT?
I don't know anything about him actually.
I think that.
John?
What about pitching? Did you guys talk about pitching?
Well, not yet.
Where's Sabathia? Was he re-signed?
Yes, he was.
I don't really. I disagree that we need a starter. I really hope we don't trade good players for Garrett Cole.
You always need starters.
No,
Pitching
we're up.
burns out.
We could go a long way with Severino and Gray, and let's see what Sessa does. See what Green does, and Montgomery.
Right, exactly.
Montgomery is a good pitcher. He pitched well down the stretch.
Yeah, for 1948 Boston Braves, they got there with no pitching at all, right?
Yeah, spawn scene and pray for rain.
Yeah, they had one of the greatest pitchers ever.
Spawn
Pitching.
and Sane. Johnny Sane was no slouch.
Hey, Whitey Ford, that was he was on Mr. Stengel's teams.
Yeah, he came up in 50, won the last game of the 1950 World Series, and he was, I think, 9-0 when Woodling dropped a ball out in left field, cost him a victory. So he was 9-1.
You're getting into all the technicalities. We got a couple minutes. Tom, just give give your impression. You were a kid. What about Whitey Ford and Mickey Mantle? I used to love Mickey Mantle. What was your? Do you have any
I was a
memories of
Cardinal
them?
fan.
What? Cardinals.
I was a Cardinal fan.
Yeah, because you were
My-
6 years
my
old.
father didn't like baseball,
Oh.
and my grandfather was a Cardinal fan, so he introduced me to baseball.
Oh, like Joel is a Yankees fan. He's from Boston because his father was a Yankees fan 'cause he's
Yeah.
from New York.
Which you never did. Like my second season as a Cardinal fan was the season you probably remember, John, 1967.
Yes, and you know what? We don't have any time left, Tom. Why don't you think about calling in a couple weeks? Or, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're quiet next week.
Yeah, and we could do it on my show, too. Because we want to have Joel talk about 67.
Okay.
Yeah, he was going to come on.
Okay.
Okay, you take care, and it's time. We got a couple
I just
minutes.
want to remind you of one thing.
What?
The 67 World Series, I think I was in probably second grade, something like that. We had the televisions in the classroom.
Wow.
Oh, we just got it,
And
radio.
it wasn't a New York team.
Yeah. Well, that was that and the 75 series were two of the greatest series ever.
Yeah, the 67,
That's
the
when
Red
people
Sox.
cared about baseball.
Well, Yankees. And then Jim Lonborg went skiing.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
Dick,
pitched,
of all of Dick Williams' heartaches,
he-
that's got to be one of the biggest.
he pitched one of the 5 one-hitters in World Series history. Lonborg did that year.
All right, gentlemen.
Yep, take care, Tom.
Take care.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas to you.
And happy holidays to everybody. But it's
Well,
Mr. Baseball, wrap up.
it went quickly, but Cindy, pour me a beer. I'm heading to Billy's. Keep swinging.